try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
Alright, welcome back. Let's do another FOMO video, shall we? First of all, not financial advice. Consult your licensed financial advisor. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Do not invest anything you're not willing to lose or lose sleep over. And I really mean that. And yeah, let's talk about HEX. Here's the things I'm going to cover. NASCAR, tax laws, TA, chain analysis, virality, NASCAR documentary, 2 conferences coming up, crypto bear market probably coming up, staking fundamentals, liquidity pools, and just some pumpamentals for HEX. Anyways, I'm really proud of my private group. We came in 9th place for contributing and sponsoring the NASCAR, and one of our guys are gonna go. Now, this is dope. This is sweet. Look at this. It's a Mustang, which is awesome. I think this is like one of their better cars ever. A Mustang. Everyone likes Mustangs in the US. Who doesn't? And this is what the design's gonna look like. Or maybe they already wrapped it. They may have already done it. This looks like a real photo. Anyways, it's confirmed. So we're gonna go for the trials for Daytona 500. If we don't make it through the trials, we'll have 2 more attempts. But I'm confident. I think we're gonna make it into Daytona 500. Here's the thing. No matter what, like if the car is just if it's in 5th or 4th place for any decent duration of the race, you're going to have millions and millions of eyes on it. They're going to talk about it. And if it's in the top like 5-4, you're going to hear hex.com like over and over again. There's going to be over 10 million viewers over the duration of the race. Maybe they'll set a record this year because it only goes up over time, right? And this is a brand new car and design this year. And Daytona 500 is the most viewed race, I believe. It's the first one of the year to start off the year. And, I mean, this is going to be making history, right? So there's a couple reasons why this is really good for HEX, besides obviously the all the eyeballs on it and the views and hearing hex.com. And this won't actually be the first crypto wrap for a NASCAR or sponsorship. I think Dogecoin did it and maybe one more. And hey, it worked out for them, didn't it? But another reason is this gives Hex legitimacy, right? In the eyes of a lot of people because of all the gatekeeping and the entire shill crypto community not liking Hex and saying it was a scam, this and that. There's a couple reasons for that. One, they didn't like Richard because Richard was speaking a lot of truth. Two, they're dumb. They're not a lot of the YouTubers are not that smart, guys. They're just average people. Three, they weren't getting paid. No one from the Hex community paid them. They might do super chats or whatever, but so they get called upon. But that's about it. No one's paying these crypto YouTubers anything. And then if Hex is successful, a lot of these other projects, I personally believe, will not be able to compete, and they won't get destroyed or anything, but there'll be a lot of capital flight out of them into Hex, especially in the bear market, right? So it's not good for their own business model to talk about Hex, and a lot of them never even got exposure or have a position in Hex, so they have no incentive to talk about it. Although, ironically, a lot of them did sacrifice for Pulse Chain and Pulse X. So I think the gatekeeping will come down. One way or another, this year, it's coming down. Huge pumpamental. Even if they don't talk about Hex, they'll talk about Pulse Chain. But if you know about Pulse Chain, you're going to know about Hex. All right? It's that simple. So I view Hex as like the new Bitcoin 2.0 and Pulse Chain the new Ethereum 2.0. So that's pretty much what they are, right? All right, so another thing, this NASCAR event, I'm pretty sure the documentary team's going to go down there and get a lot of footage. They should. And it's going to be awesome for the documentary. And one of our guys from our pool is going down. I promised my guys, I'm like, hey, if, even if I was the top guy, I'm going to give it to the second top guy within our pool. And we raised a lot of money, like a lot of funds to make this happen. So I'm really proud of my guys. And we put our money where our mouth is. And we're trying to make this go viral. And this will benefit all of us, right? Everyone listening. Everyone who's bought some Hex or got some Pulse Chain, it all benefits all of us, and all of us have to do a little bit. Some of the guys, they put in more than they thought they were going to. Other guys put in what they had left, liquid crypto, just to make this happen. And it came at the worst time. We had 6 days to raise the funds, and my community came through. I'm really proud of them. They're a bunch of great guys. And I was asking for a lot, and everyone came through and they, did what they could to make this happen. So I want to thank Motley for putting this together, and the other guys. I forgot his name. He rolls around with the Sparbook crew. I'll try to edit it in. All right, so this is going to be huge. Okay, we're going to get a bunch of footage, and we're going to be able to post that on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. It's going to look sweet. And what if our guy does come in, JJ Yaley, he does come in first place? I mean, that would be huge for our community and Hex, and I mean, it would make a lot of news as well, right? And the world would kind of find out then. It's worth a shot, right? And you never know. I mean, he may. I don't know, because here's the thing: the cars. This would be like the first time these new cars roll out, so everyone has an even playing field, and it comes basically down to skill. And our driver is he's been racing since he was a little kid, and I was listening to the Twitter Spaces. He came on with a bunch of the guys on Twitter Spaces from the HEX community, and he sounds like a great driver, and he has some history as well. So I'm definitely going to be watching. You guys should be watching. I believe it's the event's like 4 days long. There's going to be plenty of footage from the trials, and we're thinking we'll make it into the top 40. And I'm going to watch. You guys should watch. I believe it starts February 17th to the 20th. All right, so looks sweet. Look at that. I mean, look at the graphics. It looks sweet. Especially on a Mustang. Like, it looks, I think the car itself looks better than cars in the past, right? All right, so let's talk a little bit about, oh, you know what? Let's talk about, here's my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And people get removed constantly, so you got to keep refollowing me. We got to do what we got to do until we take over, right? I'll fork everything in the end once I have enough. Once HEX is like at $100, there'll be new Twitters and other platforms. All right, so recently there's been a lot of USDC added to the liquidity pools for trading HEX. And as you can see here, we've seen this for the past 2 weeks. HEX still drops off a little bit here and there, but it's been holding up better than everything else in crypto. I mean, Ethereum, was this morning? I'm not even sure. Last morning, Ethereum fell 7%. Bitcoin fell 5.78%. HEX was up 4.38%. Listen, HEX might not be rallying, not yet, but it's not falling while everything else is crashing and burning, which that means we're putting in a floor, right? So HEX at 18 cents is like HEX at 1 cent, at 1 penny a year and a half ago, right? And then where did it go? Up to like 55 cents, okay? So if 18 cents is the next floor, bottom, penny, another 50x, 100x, where does that put it? Okay, so I'm going to talk about how HEX is, listen, when I say $10, I really mean it. I'm not just saying it for clickbait. I'm not saying it for, just to get FOMO going, get the price to like 50 cents again or to $1. Like, I ain't selling until I start seeing the price up around there. Selling some, right? So, because it's I'm going to explain why HEX below even $1 is like Bitcoin below $30. And I've explained this many times, but I have to keep explaining this for new people. And when you guys onboard new people and you send them my way, or so you guys could explain it to new people, right? All right. So this was a meme I made. I'm proud of it. It's hilarious. HEX will be the shiny city on the hill when the bear market comes, which it could come like today. The market sold off on the open today. I'm going to talk about that when we get into the TA. But HEX will be, trust me, the shiny city on the hill. It will outperform and do maybe even better than it did in last year. You know, from the run up from 1 penny to 55 cents, it may do even better than that in a crypto bear market because of the staking mechanism and the fundamentals. All right. It's like a black hole. It'll be sucking up capital from everything else in a bear market because it's the only real DeFi with no admin keys, highest yielding asset in the world. Like, hands down. If like people, I feel like, forget just because the price isn't going up, they forget these things for some reason and sell. What else? So another super bullish thing came out. Was this today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So when you stake, you should read this article, right? Because I can't talk about this stuff because I'm not a CPA. But what it looks like if you read this headline for Blockworks Co. Sources in win for crypto stakers. IRS says untraded tokens are like not like a taxable event, right? Super bullish. Now I knew this, but apparently a lot of people they're so afraid of, like, you know, all the regs, right? Those types of people are always trying to ask me and are always worried about it. Like they really annoy me. Relax. We have the best asset. Literally. It's again, it's real DeFi. You mint your own rewards. You understand that? You mint your own flyer miles. Flyer miles rewards, points. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when you stake, it just disappears. You burn it. And then later, you're getting flying you're getting like rewards, okay? I can't even say. All right, so yeah, super bullish. Super bullish. You guys should really follow me on my Twitter. If you're not, you're a loser. All right, so what else? Is there anything else I can show you guys? I keep up to date with current events and everything. All right, let's talk about some chain analysis. So the guy to go to is really his name's Gunther. Okay, and I talked about this in the past, and this is when I was really saying like HEX is gonna go to like $10 by year end, because I got really excited about the fundamentals. Well, you know, I mean, I was wrong. Obviously, there's people with holding a decent amount who just don't understand yet, and this is why I make these videos and I explain this over and over again. And the people who are advanced, they're selfish, right? They want to hear new stuff. I do tell you new stuff if you stick around throughout the entire video. But I still have to go in order and explain, while people's attention spans are still here, how all this shit works. Stop being selfish. All right. All right. Key highlights: updated spreadsheet. The OA owns 96% of all HEX in circulation. Users own 4%. Users have staked about 69%, or let's round it up to 70% of their HEX. The remaining 30% is in circulation. So 30% of 4% of the total supply. Okay? I'm going to repeat. Total supply. Take that. 96% is the contract, the smart contract, which runs for the rest of your life, your kids and your grandkids' life. 4% of that is owned by the users. Then 70% of that 4% is staked. It's locked. Can't really dump it onto the market unless you emergency end stake and get penalized, like, who knows, 90% or more, right? The remaining 30% is in circulation. So 30% of the 4% of the total supply. Okay, so about 6.9 billion HEX liquid in wallets. So real market cap is around, I wrote this. I could be wrong. Check my math. Do your own research. But I'm like doing roundabout napkin math, okay? Because I'm stupid. But I'm super successful. All right. People are like, you're so cocky. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I have to talk like this to get it into people's brains. Like me or not, you know, I'm doing this for your own benefit. All right, about 6.9 billion HEX liquid in wallets. So real market cap is around 1.24 billion. Real market cap, if you only account for the liquid HEX in people's wallets, is only 1.24 billion market cap. I like to compare HEX with Cardano. Yes, a tier 1, level 1 cryptocurrency, which is what it means is it's like Ethereum, right? So you have your utilities like blockchains, right? What are those? That's Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Chain, right? So these are the cryptos that are like the railroad tracks and then all the other cryptos build upon these cryptos, and they're like the trains that are running on them. Now, here's the thing with utilities, everyone thinks these L1 blockchains go up in value the most because Ethereum did so well, right? And I've heard Richard say this as well. Like, that's not necessarily the truth. Is let's say Bell, is your phone provider making more money than the companies which sell the phones, right? So is your phone provider making more than like Apple? No. Apple's one of the, it's like right behind like Amazon. It's over a 2 trillion market cap company, right? Apple makes more money selling phones, and then people could only use the phones with like Bell, right? With some sort of provider, Verizon, right? Who provide you the data so you could talk on your phone and use the internet on your phone. But who makes more money? It's the company that builds the phone, not the utility company, right? The electrical company, it's a utility company. Is it more profitable than, I don't know, Amazon using all the electricity to create a global supply chain and have a website and, bring products right to your doorstep within days? No. Is the internet provider making more than Amazon's website? No. Okay. So HEX is like Apple, and then Pulse Chain is the utility. Now, Pulse Chain is going to start zero, so there's a lot of endless upside. I mean, Ethereum did like millions of X, millions of doublings. I'm pretty sure Pulse Chain is going to do the same. It's a fork of Ethereum. It's better. What is it? 4 times more throughput. Like penny transactions takes a few seconds for the transaction to happen. All the NFTs are going to come over. All the economic mass from all the crypto market, which is trillions and trillions. Well, not trillions, but yeah, trillions in size. I mean, if we just capture 10% of that, I mean, everyone listening to this who's participated is probably retired for the rest of their lives. All right. So, and again, through Hart's Law, Pulse Chain goes up. HEX is going to go up even more. And it's going to keep on going. Well, maybe not even more in the beginning, but it's going to go up too, right? All right, so let that sink in. I mean, it really needs to sink in, guys. Technically, if you want to do the math like this, it's only 1.24 billion market cap. Let's do a comparison. Here's Cardano, layer 1, which basically doesn't have any smart contracts on it because it's, I guess it's not doing well. The code's not that great. Market cap of Cardano is 35 billion. Its circulating supply is 33 billion. So HEX is only 1.24 billion. 1 billion. And Cardano's is 33 billion. 34 billion, whatever. Its market cap is at 35 billion. Does that mean HEX is extremely undervalued compared to Cardano? Yeah. Should it do like a 30x instantly to make sense? To make more sense? Yeah. And HEX is infinitely better than Cardano for what it provides the world, which is a savings that could replace your job and give you passive income the rest of your life, outpacing inflation, which is destroying everyone right now. I was just at the grocery store. The packages keep shrinking and prices keep going up, and shelves are bare as time goes on. All right, so at its all-time high, Cardano was at $3. $3, okay? With a circulating supply of like 33 billion. HEX is only at 1.2 billion, and it's infinitely better and has more fundamentals. So why is Hex not at $1? Because people are dumb. That's why. Well, we need to do more. We need to get virality going. It is hard for people to for noobs to like onboard because you have to go through many steps, right? You have to go to your main fiat on ramp exchange, right? And then you have to transfer the ETH and make a MetaMask wallet. It's really easy once you've done it a few times, but for someone who's never done any of this, it's like scary. It's hard for them. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand. So there's a few steps involved. Now the Staker app is going to make this more seamless and better. By the way, download that. It's free for Android and Apple on your phone. If you haven't for some reason, do it. You can see all these stats, and it's an awesome app. You can see charts, you can see the leagues, you can see everything. How many stakers? You can watch the staking class grow daily. You could watch people who emergency end stake. You can see who's selling, who's buying, and it's in your phone, and it's a real well-built app. It's simple to use, intuitive, addicting, and whatnot, right? So yeah, just showing you guys like how things are, I believe, they just don't make sense right now in crypto, right? So this is just comparing Cardano to HEX. And I like comparing Cardano. How undervalued HEX really is. So anyone who thinks they are late to HEX didn't do research, know nothing, and are not bright. HEX can easily go over $10, and it will as long as people onboard and staker class grows. At some point, there will be less than 1 billion HEX liquid in circulation. Cardano had over 34 billion circulation and rallied over $3 and also sucks. Alright, so this is what I was just, I already said all this. So let that sink in, okay guys? And let me show you. So if you haven't, go to hexnoob.com and check out all of these sites. And this is where you need to send new people. And a lot of people are just lazy. You kind of have to like maybe stand there with them and like walk them through it. It is what it is. But awesome site for onboarding. And let's go to HEX Daily Stats.com, an awesome site where you could look up what's going on, a lot of fundamentals here. This is like looking at the balance sheet of a company, okay? And by the way, no other crypto is this transparent, like at all, whatsoever, not even coming close. This is just one front end of like, I don't know, 10 or 20 or something like that. And this was all built out by the community, individuals within the community. That's how, and we have the strongest community, like period. It's probably stronger than any other community in any investing or finance. Because people don't have religion, you know, the religion now is like investing. You can see it with Wall Street Bets, with Tesla. You can see it with Dogecoin, Ripple, and all that. We have the best by far, and it's only gonna grow and only become more intense. It might get weird in like a decade, but hey, I mean, at least we're all rich, so who cares? But yeah, so what am I looking at? Current stakers. That's what I want to look at. Okay, so you can see right here that the current staking class is growing, and this is the only thing that matters. Big whales and HEX don't matter. DO1 does not matter. Nothing really matters. The only thing that matters is that every day we get more stakers, or it stays constant, or positive, really. And it's never gone negative. Every day we are adding more and more stakers within the ecosystem, okay? And you can see the change right here. Change in current stakers. Sometimes it falls. It does go through cycles, fractals, right? Waves. But as long as it's positive, who cares? And as long as the long-term trend is up, the price is going to go back up. That's all you need to know. This is like, that's all you need to know. You can know literally nothing else. Just buy HEX and stake it, and then just watch these two columns. And as long as these two columns are in the positive, you know for a fact the price is going to go up in the long run. It's going to make new all-time highs and go higher. That's all you need to know, man. Like I I don't know how to stress this any better. Like, so let's say 6 months from now, the average is 1,000 new stakers a day, and it will happen eventually. Okay. Well, at that point, HEX is deflationary, extremely deflationary. That means that the liquid on the market is it's just drying up. At some point, we will have less than a billion HEX liquid in people's wallets. And who knows how much for sale on the exchanges. I mean, maybe someday we'll get to, there'll be less than 100 million HEX. And then, again, I've said this a few times. What is Bitcoin supply? It's like 21 million. What if? I mean, at that point, it's going to happen. So do not underestimate the power of people and the word of mouth. Now, doing this NASCAR thing, doing the documentary, pulling money together to do SEO, marketing to get HEX in front of like tens of millions of people globally. Eventually we're going to do NFL commercials. And everyone, you know, if they just throw in a little bit, right? And it's funny, here as the community becomes more wealthy, we'll be able to do more and more. I mean, we're going to see Formula 1 cars someday. We'll see maybe just commercials like daily on channels and websites everywhere, on Netflix, everywhere, right? And that's going to happen, okay? And it behooves everyone to chip in a little bit. Everyone just throws into a little pool or little pot, just like we did with the NASCAR thing, and we get virality going and keep it going until we suck in everyone in the world. The sky's the limit, guys. So, yeah, I mean, only data points that matter right here. Now, yeah, it's right now, it's hard talk. Here's what makes me angry. When the price is down, people stop onboarding for some reason. That is when you should be onboarding the most. Because one, you're helping the person you're onboarding, you're helping them get the best price, right? And they're going to see the most results. It's not about when you feel good. It's about when you need to be doing it to help other people out so they too have passive income and a retirement plan. And maybe they could like replace their jobs. And by the way, I always forget to mention this. HEX, I have never heard anyone in HEX say this, but it actually builds economy. It can rebuild economies. Because if you have passive income coming in, that gives you extra cash flow to do what? Build businesses. And I've already seen a few people post on Twitter as HEX flexes. They bought a small like garage, brick and mortar store. Like, this is what HEX could do. It could rebuild like the global economy. And right now it's like in the midst of like imploding, but something's gonna have to rebuild it. Hey, maybe it's us, right? Just saying, just putting that out there because that's what passive income gives you. It gives you opportunities to build and build businesses, create jobs. Create jobs, economy grows. Everyone's happy, right? All right. So, what else? I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get this too complicated. Two conferences are coming up. I believe right around the same time. There's the Bitcoin conference. There'll be one in I believe Vegas again. Or is it? You have to go to Maddie Allen's YouTube channel. Just type in Maddie Allen HEX and you'll find him. He's pretty much doing another conference this spring, I believe the beginning of April. If you're interested in that, I think it's more of a pulse chain conference. And then later in the year, I think we're gonna have another one. It'll be more HEX based. Yeah, that'll also be in Vegas. So these events, they really get people motivated, and people come out and they see each other, and they pump each other up, and everyone's not a bot, they're real people. And then they go back home, and then they start onboarding more, and then we get more footage for documentaries, and we get more material that we could post on all social media, and that's what conferences are about. And then there's like a lot of classes there for OPSEC security and whatnot and all that. And people also make plans and get ideas, right? Where they get to meet each other face to face, and then they could make plans to do cool things like travel across the U.S. in a wrapped R8, right? Like the Sparbuck team. Those guys are putting in the most work. I mean, they're constantly onboarding. You guys should go to Crypto Sparbuck and check out their tour, right? Where is it? Let me bring them up. Oh, and Crypto or Hex Nagaboo is doing a mansion party. That's cool. And here's the Crypto Sparbuck Twitter at Crypto Spar. That's how you spell it. And you guys can see them. They're traveling across the U.S. And you guys should see if they're coming by you. And then you could bring friends, family to their conferences. And their conferences are growing and growing. At some point, it's going to be stadiums, just like Tony Robbins ended up doing. Started filling stadiums. Well, we're going to do that. And we're going to sell them out, too. So, pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. And they started this not too long ago. I believe mid last summer. And it's just grown into its own thing. They have a whole convoy of vehicles now going. Pretty cool. I mean, no other crypto's ever done that. So, like I'm telling you guys, HEX is going to eventually be number one, no matter what. And this doesn't stop. It never ever stops. Because the community and the staking class keeps growing. Alright. What else? So liquidity pools. There's more USDC in the liquidity pool. And what that means, again, is the stock market right now, because rates keep, the yield in the 10-year keeps spiking, and we're about to get real bad economic data, I believe, on unemployment. And I could just feel it and see it when I'm out and about. Lately, I've been going to stores and whatnot. It's bad out there. It's really bad. Some areas look like third world, and they used to be really nice just 3 years ago. They used to be really nice. So people are struggling. So the market's gonna what they're doing. I'm just gonna tell you what they're doing is they're trying to get inflation down temporarily for pretty much later this year, and they're gonna let the markets correct a little more, and then they're gonna panic, and then they're gonna do more stimulus and QE. But the question is, when is this market gonna dump? It's already started. It's down from the all-time highs, right? So again, Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market, and the Ethereum's correlated to Bitcoin. HEX is not. It is a little bit, but for the most part, it's not, because of the trading pairs. And stop trading Ethereum with HEX. Just do stablecoin. Do us all a favor, right? And stop providing liquidity for Ethereum. This guy from New York, I believe he's someone. So he's talking about the PulseCon 2022. He's already down in Vegas right now. I believe they're preparing. And this is, everyone's going to do their own thing on promoting HEX and Pulse Chain and PulseX. And as we get more stakers and we get more people within the ecosystem, we will get more popular or more famous people, right? I believe Mayweather, he is also sponsoring a NASCAR, and his colors on his vehicle are pretty much the HEX colors. And me and a bunch of guys were like tweeting at him nonstop earlier last year, And he knows about HEX. And who knows, he might be a holder, right? It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. All right, and so what else? We are, I believe, after the Pulse Chain mainnet goes live, that event itself. So as soon as Richard has a confirmed date or some sort of date, a target date, as soon as he announces, HEX is gonna go up. All right. Everyone's going to try to front run each other, buy the rumor, sell the fact, right? And HEX will rally. I believe it'll make a new all-time high. I think it could easily get to $1 before Pulse Chain mainnet goes live. The minute Pulse Chain mainnet goes live, there's a lot of stablecoin out there that's going to get copied. And there's going to be a lot of economic mass coming from the rest of the crypto market into Pulse Chain. Hart's Law, HEX go up. Most of the Pulse Chain holders who are whales are all Hexicans. I believe HEX $1, I guess, before mainnet, maybe $2 before mainnet, right before mainnet. And then after that, it'll go even higher really fast, I believe. Could be wrong, not financial advice. All right. But because of just what's going on with all the capital flows, Hart's Law and all that, and then there's stable coins. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's talk about the price a little bit here. So the worst bear market or trend for HEX lasted around 131 days, and it fell about 94%. Okay, that was the worst we've seen in HEX. Well, where are we at right now from its previous all-time high? Let me zoom in here. We are looking at, take it from here, fell about 77%, 76%, and we're at about 139, 140 days, okay? So this is the longest bear for HEX. It did not fall the most. And my blue line, equilibrium line, the real trend line, is holding up the price just fine. And this is normal, and it's going to do this time and time again. Next decades, right? This blue line, it needs to not be violated and needs to hold the price. And then it rebounds off of it and makes new retests all-time highs, right? So what I'm hoping is soon, let's say crypto crashes again, we decorrelate as we should because of the USDC pairing, and we'll go up, we'll get the mainnet date announcement, we'll create a giant cup. This will be like a giant cup. Maybe a small pullback, sell off. Some people will take profits because they just do. That's what people do. And then we'll make a cup and handle, or really it will turn into a giant head and small shoulders. That's what I'm hoping. I'm not saying this is going to happen. You're not supposed to do this ever, but I'm doing it because I like to. And that will explode the price much higher, right? Shoot it up. So from looking at the past, I mean, this is the worst bear we've had in HEX. But we also had the largest run up. So it's fractal and it makes sense. That's what prices do. What human emotions do, right? So we have a higher low. Perfect. And everything's looking fine. If you're staked, you bought the dip every single day for what is it, about 140 days. I mean, if we take it from this spike, you've bought the dip every single day for 146 days. So your stakes, let's say down in this area below 35 cents, have been loading up, just loading up on HEX. So when the price does go back up to its previous high, right, goes back up to 50, I guess it only went up to 51 cents. Other exchanges, it went up to like 55. But when the price goes back up to here, if you remember the value of your stakes back over here, let's say the value of your stakes back over here was, I don't know, let's say $500,000. Well, after all of this, this 140 days, and it's going to be longer by the time it gets back up there. So let's say 200 days. Yeah, let's say 200. Let's say it takes 200 days to get back up to its previous all-time high. So the value was, let's say, 500,000 here. When it gets back up, I don't know. After all the emergency end stake bonuses and all that time, 200 days. I don't want to say it's double, but maybe it's $800,000 worth. So when it hit its all-time high, you looked at your staker app, or you looked at your stake balance and value. Let's say you had $500,000. I don't know, maybe 200 days later, when it revisits that all-time high, you're looking at 800,000, or maybe $1 million. I don't know. Like, it depends on the emergency end stakes, how they all added up. And then, hold on, give me a second. It makes a new all-time high, right? It just goes even higher, heading towards $10. Then you've got real life-changing wealth in front of your eyes. You never thought possible. That's why this is better than Bitcoin and everything else in crypto. Actually, it's better than everything. Everything in the world. Nothing in the world could do this. This is brand new, newly invented, completely DeFi. No admin keys, no rug pulls. You're in control 100%. No one could stop this or take this down. It runs the rest of your life, your kids' life, your grandkids' life. I mean, what more do you guys want? Show this video to new people. You think I'm convincing? I'm not for everyone, that's for sure. That's alright. Alright, guys. What else? What else did I have here? I might have had a few more things. Yeah, just go on Staker app. As long as this number right here keeps rising day after day after day, it's all gravy, man. As long as the duration of stakes keep lengthening and going out, you know for a fact the price is going to go up. I can't, like, just get that through your head. It's not going to, this is a funny meme. Like, hilarious. Whoever made that. One more thing. I did want to show you guys one more thing. Let's go. The share rate. You have to know that the share rate is working against you. It's your friend when you're staked, but when you're not staked, it's your enemy, right? So again, stake out the longest, plan your longest stakes first, and then do the closer stakes last. And every day you're not staked, you're being diluted technically. 3.69% a year, which is still less than gold, Bitcoin, and the growth of human population globally as of now. This site, I'm going to keep promoting it. People don't promote it enough. This site's amazing for noobs and for people just to play around and try to get a feel for where they're going to be, right? So, put in $1,000 today. Let's say you put it at 555, right? Quattro Cinco. And let's take a look. Let's see what the possibility is if you stake $1,000 today for 15 years. So you can move these parameters around. By the way, this website is called stakehex.today. Stakehex.today. So $1,000. All right. So let's say by the end of 2023, the price goes to $17. Or you know what? Let's lowball it first. Okay. For the extreme conservatives, let's say it goes only to $3.15. Let's say by 2025, the price only gets to like $18. Okay, well, where will $1,000 be 15 years from now? With the yield, the emergency end stake bonuses aren't even calculated into this because it's an unknown. You can't do it. So it's actually going to be more than this, believe it or not. How much will that be worth in 15 years? Well, that could possibly be worth 1.2 million. Right here in the upper right-hand corner. This is completely lowballing it. I think we're going to be at over $10 by year end. So let's say it goes to let's say it goes to $18 by the end of 2023, and by let's say year 2026, we are at, or 2025, say it goes to 77 bucks. What will $1,000 staked 15 years out be worth when you end stake it, when it comes due 15 years from today? Not including emergency end stake bonuses from people who didn't hold up their end of the bargain and emergency end staked, and then they accrued massive fees, which was distributed to the rest of the staking class, right? Well, now we're looking at some real money. 5.5 mil. This is still completely lowballing it. I think, let's just do this. I think by 2025, we could get to like 130 bucks, maybe 150. By then, Wall Street will be in and everyone. So $1,000, just 1,000 bucks, right, would be worth over 10 million, almost 11. Well, it would be 11 mil in 15 years from now. I don't think anything else in the world could do that for you. Let's extremely lowball this. Because people aren't going to believe. It's hard to believe, right? It's hard to fathom. Let's say by the end of 2023, the price of HEX only goes to $1, like 39, and then let's say by 2025. I'm extremely lowballing it. We're not even considering Pulse Chain, Fiat on ramps, NASCAR Documentary that'll give us virality in the market cap and all of it, right? That I just said for the past hour on this video. Let's ignore all that and let's be a super bear. Okay. Let's do. Yeah. You know what? Let's leave it at 71 cents for by the end of 2023. Because this is what a noob thinks when they look at this HEX chart. This is what they think the price will do. And let's say $6.52 by 2025. Where will your and then it flatlines. By the way, this includes a flatlining of the price for the next until after 2025. Let's say it doesn't flatline. Let's say, how do I get this? I don't know, whatever. Well, 1,000 bucks in 15 years will still be 500,000 if the price only goes to 63 cents by the end of 2023. $6.52 by 2025. You still made $500,000 in 15 years. How hard do you have to work to do that? You know? So play around with this, guys. It's fun. It's good for noobs, new people. And show them this video for onboarding, and then show them all the websites. Go to hexnoob.com. All right. I didn't make it. Someone else did. I just think it's a website that's very awesome. Put in your Twitter bios. Put in all your bios everywhere. Make separate accounts for HEX and Pulse Chain. Be anonymous, and get out there and keep promoting. I mean, if we just all did it and went hard on promoting and onboarding for the next for this year, for 2022, you may not have to ever do it ever again the rest of your life, and you could not even have to work, and you'll be set free. And then you'll be doing other things, maybe starting a business, or who knows, right? Pursuing your hobbies, enjoying life, raising families. I don't know. All right, guys. Until next time, smash some likes and please share my videos. Please share my videos, because lately I've been losing viewers for some reason. I really need you guys to share the videos. At least do that. At least get me out there so I could do all the hard work, right? Because we're out here, we're putting down serious money for NASCARs. We're gonna put down more money for SEO. We're gonna just keep doing it, and I can't do everything. I need everyone to come together and help each other out and help the community grow. Because at the end of the day, the faster you will be literally financially free. I mean, you can't just become financially free and do nothing, right? At least, I mean, this is the easiest you're ever gonna have it in life. I mean, I don't know how else to say this. All right. Special.